Story number 2. I'm going to preface this story with Einstein said, if you want to change a situation, you have to change a consciousness. You have to change the storyline, the consciousness, what has been going on, just moving you along, caused a problem. You can't solve the problem at that point. You have to put in another consciousness, another story, another possibility. Holiday season. I have a cousin, and he's almost my age, not quite, but close to it. With COVID, I haven't seen him, and unfortunately, I had lost commitment to Zoom with him or have a conversation with him regularly because we were visiting physically. And then COVID hit, and 2 years later. Aha! Time to call, because of course it is holiday time. Call your family. I called him. I said, hi, calling you. He said, oh, I've been thinking about you. Here's a fellow who has gathered lots of information. He's a Gemini, so he gathers information. He puts them together, and he's a lot to say and a lot to say. And he's always a good listener too, but he has a lot to say. He could not put a sentence together. He's getting old, I thought. Is this Alzheimer's coming in? So I'm listening, and he's really struggling to put his words together. Whoa, problem here. What do I think? Alzheimer's. Keep quiet. Listen. Pretty soon, he gets around to what is on so many people's minds lately is vaccine, COVID, who did what and when. He's got his vaccine, he's got his booster, but he's in this whirl, and he can hardly put words together. He's tired, really, really tired. And he's just in it. You know, when you're in the problem, often you can't see the solution. So he's in the problem, and he doesn't know what, where, whatever, but he's not moving. He's going to stay home. He's not going to travel, and he might sleep all day. Alzheimer's, I think. But then I listen. And this is where listening is powerful. It gave him a chance to begin to say and say and say what was inside, that was whirling inside, that energy inside. And so I said, hey, sweetie, can I say something? He said, of course, of course. I said, you have spent 50 years of your life listening to your body, hearing what it needs, finding answers for what it needs. You have seen systems in my past, in your past, in our memory, systems that were very valid and good be crushed, taken away. Yes, he said, yeah. I said, this isn't new. I said, you have seen systems purported to be the answer. It was not the answer, correct? He said, yes. And I said, what you've done through this whole process of your life is listen to what it was your body, your inner knowing you needed. He was one of the first on supplements, on bone broth, on fasting. I mean, he was a renegade in his day. That was a renegade, a rebel. You've been a rebel because you've listened to your body. He said, I have. That's true, I have. I said, if your body said, get the vaccine, you got the vaccine. I said, there's something in the vaccine that's good for your body. So tell the vaccine, do what's good, because my body called for it. I gave it to you. Body, use what's good. That's what you've done your entire life. He said, that's true. I said, and if your body is saying take more vitamin A. You've done it. If you look, you've done it. This is not new to you. He said, that's right, it's not. I said, and we have had those among us who would like to capture our money, capture our minds. That's been with us for our entire lifetime. He said, that's true. I said, but what we have now is an awareness of that type of energy, those kinds of agendas, and we have beings in spirit who have the right and responsibility to identify such energy, neutralize it, and move it back to its home, the PTO. He said, oh, I'd forgotten. I said, I think you have. So I said, if there's something in your world that looks off, it's not your job to try and figure it out. It's your job to say, PTO, I don't know what that is over there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if this is true or that's true. I don't know. Something's off. PTO, I turn that job over to you. And then listen to your body. He was so excited because he was locked in a problem. He was locked in the world, and people were saying this and they were saying that. And he was like all over the place, had forgotten his experience, that he knew how to take good care of his body, to take good care of his life, but he'd forgotten to bring on those other helpers that have been around for about 20 years. You could say, PTO, something they're off over here, deep six it, move it back to its home of origin. He said, do my guardian angels do that? I said, they do now because we've linked the PTO to your guardian angels. They do that now. I said, so he said, well, what about this tiredness? I said, that's a good question. Where's the tiredness coming from? I said, let's ask if it is of your light. This is something that your body is needing more sleep. That's of your light. You need more sleep. But if it's not of your light, it's an outside energy broadcasting. It's just telling you, go to sleep. Don't worry, don't go to sleep. So we quieted down. We asked that energy field of sleep, are you of the light? If you get a no, or you get no answer, it is broadcasting from the cultures that would entrap. It's not of your light. It's not of our light. PTO, move it off. And that's what he did. We ended the call with him excited. I'm on it again. I'm on it. I know what to do. Was it Alzheimer's? Nada. You can't bring a solution until you know the problem. Doesn't matter if you're an 8-year-old grandson or a 77-year-old cousin. You can't bring solution if you don't name the problem. Oh, stories.